Hello everyone, this is Theo and welcome to the gaming area. Watch Dogs Legion is one of the most anticipated games in 2020 that I really want to play, and after 35 hours into the game and finishing the main story missions, I want to give you my review of Watch Dogs Legion. Thanks to Ubisoft and Ubisoft PR team for providing me with the review copy of the game. This video will contain spoilers, so if you don't like spoilers, you should not watch this video. Also don't forget to like and share the video to help my channel on YouTube. Okay, without further ado, let's start the review with the things that I love from Watch Dogs Legion first. The first thing that I really love about the game is the location setting that takes place in near future London. In real life, London is one of the cities that I want to visit, and it's one of the dreams that I want to achieve in the future if I can. But if I can't achieve it, at least by playing Watch Dogs Legion, I could virtually explore London in the game. This is one of the main reasons why I was eagerly waiting to play Watch Dogs Legion. I know that the London city in this game is more compact and has some things changed or erased than the real-world version of London, and the setting is set in the near dystopian future where technology, AI and drones are advanced and everywhere in the city, but it still resembles the real-world London today. By playing this game, I could explore London and do some sightseeing in it and see some famous and popular landscape like the Big Ben, the Trafalgar Square, the Buckingham Palace, the London Bridge, the London Eye and many more. I went to explore and do some sightseeing in London by walking or using a car with auto drive enabled or by using a cargo drone. I really love exploring and sightseeing London in Watch Dogs Legion. Second, what I really love about the game is the recruitment system. Play as anyone is the tagline of Watch Dogs Legion, and you definitely can play as anyone after recruiting them into DedSec. Like I said in my impression video, I spent so much time doing recruitment missions in order to recruit people with good skills and traits to DedSec and eventually play them in the game. The addition of the recruitment system is what differentiates Watch Dogs Legion from the previous games in the series, and it's a good thing for me. The addition of this feature also gave me an extra reason and encouraged me to explore the city of London more in the game. While I was exploring London, I also ended up searching for people with good skills and traits to be recruited. When you have a recruit that has good skills and traits and a preferred weapon that you want, it will help you when you want to do a mission or enter some restricted areas in the game more easily. My favorite recruit is definitely the construction worker because of their ability to call a cargo drone almost anytime and anywhere, and you can use it to fly around the city or enter and exit some restricted or difficult areas more easily. I spent so much time just doing recruitment missions in this game, and I love the addition of this feature in the game. Next, the third thing that I love from the game is the gameplay itself. With the gadgets and techs that I have unlocked and upgraded after searching and spending so many tech points, I could do so much more in the game and take different routes when doing or finishing a mission, defeating the enemies, and entering or exiting some restricted areas to collect or take some things from there. I'm having fun combating the enemies, whether on stealthily approach using my own character or using a spider bot, or just use a direct and open approach by combating the enemies using hand-to-hand combat or using a melee weapon or using a gun or using a drone to defeat the enemies. The permadeath mode is another addition that I'm glad to be in the game. Turning on the permadeath mode and setting the difficulty to high made the game more fun and challenging for me. During my gameplay, I had to be careful and think before doing a mission or enter a restricted area. I have to make sure that the character that I play and the gadget and weapons that I equip are good and fit for the mission, because once you enter a restricted area or doing some missions, you can change the character or what you have equipped before. If I don't plan and choose it carefully, I will risk for my character to die and lose them forever because of the permadeath feature. But overall, the gameplay is fun and the addition of new features in Watch Dogs Legion are great, and I'm having fun with it. The next thing that I love is the story. Not gonna lie, I wasn't interested in the story of the game before playing it. But when I played the game and finished the main story missions, I kinda love the story of Watch Dogs Legion. The story is still centered around DedSec, and Watch Dogs Legion, DedSec is blamed and slandered for a bombing incident that happened in London. Obviously they didn't do it, and in this game you need to clear the DedSec name and find out the real culprits behind the bombing incident in London. If you play the game, you will know that the story in this game is dark, serious and heavy. There are some thrilling, serious and shocking moments when you do the missions and continue the story until finish. Apart from the problems that the game has that I will explain later, the story is still interesting and engaging to continue until finish. Overall, I still love it. Next, the last thing that I love about the game is the graphics. Watch Dogs Legion graphics is visually good and eye-catching. I like to play a game mainly because of gameplay and story, but if the game has good graphics and visuals, those are another plus points for me. Good graphics and visuals really made me enjoy exploring and doing a sightseeing in London more in the game.
Shit. He needs our help.
He fucking well needs someone's help.
Okay, now let's talk about what I don't like from Watch Dogs Legion, because there are 3 things that I don't like. The first 2 things that I don't like is the facial animation and the character's voice. The facial animation and the expression of the characters in the game are just too flat and there's not much emotion that you can see from them. The character's voice in the game is also having the same problem and they talk like a robot. Those things of course negatively impacted my experience when playing Watch Dogs Legion, especially during some serious scenes or heavy scenes that sometimes ended up making me cringe when watching it.
I'm not giving up now. Don't care how outmatched I am. You can go your own way, or you can join DedSec. What do you think? Yeah, let's do it.
The next thing that I don't like is the AI enemies that isn't smart and sometimes just dumb. I think those things that I don't like also happen across recent Ubisoft games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and I hope they will get rid of those problems in their future games. But in the meantime, to make those things that I don't like from the game less impactful to the experience when playing Watch Dogs Legion, I did these things like searching for a recruit that has a decent voice and matches are suitable with the character, and to compensate for the not so smart AI enemies in the game, I set the game to high difficulty and enabled the permanent mode to up the stake and make the game and the enemies more challenging. Now let's talk about the performance of Watch Dogs Legion PC. I tested the game on my desktop PC, my gaming laptop and my low-end laptop. I played and finished the game by using my desktop PC and my gaming laptop. On my desktop PC with Core i3 9th Gen, GTX 1650 Super and 16GB of RAM, I could play Watch Dogs Legion on 1080p and high setting without a problem and gets around 40 to 60 FPS. On my gaming laptop with Ryzen 5 GTX 1050 and 16GB of RAM, I played the game on 1080p and medium setting and gets around 20 to 40 FPS during the game. I also tested the game on my low-end laptop too with Core i3 5th Gen, GeForce 920M and 8GB of RAM, and oh boy, it's not running decently and I got a crash every time I played the campaign mode even though I already set the setting and the resolution to the lowest. I think my low-end laptop specs just could not able to handle the game, so I won't recommend you to playing Watch Dogs Legion if you have a low-end and old specs PC or laptop. I know that some people having problems when playing the game, but for me personally, I could say that the performance of Watch Dogs Legion is good enough on my desktop PC and my gaming laptop. I didn't get any crashes during my playthrough when playing the game until finish on my gaming laptop and my desktop PC. Only some stuttering problem during the game, and that has been fixed in the latest hotfix update and by changing the API to DirectX 12. There's also a good news. I got information from the Ubisoft PR staff that there will be a new update that will improve the performance in the game that will come out in November. So let's just hope that the next update will improve the performance, fix some problems in the game and make the optimization of the game to be better. So yeah, that's my review of Watch Dogs Legion. Though there are some things that I don't like from the game that lowering the experience when playing Watch Dogs Legion, I still enjoyed and loved playing the game until finish. I love exploring London while also searching for good recruits, collectibles and tech points, or just do a sightseeing. I definitely enjoy the gameplay and the combat system, and I love the story and the twist in the game too. If you are a Watch Dogs series fan, I definitely recommend you to play the game. If you are an action RPG fan and searching for a new game and never play any Watch Dogs game before, I also recommend you to play Watch Dogs Legion. But what do you guys think of Watch Dogs Legion? Did you play and enjoy the game? Let me know in the comment down below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the gaming area to help my channel to become bigger. See you in the next video.
Control, send back up to my location. I repeat, send back